no way I'm going back to my room tonight. My roommates are so weird.
Really, Andrea? How could it be that awkward if you just met them 2 days ago? Have you really talked to them yet?
No, because they only talk to each other. They both moved in early, and now they're like best friends. They legit already have pictures together as their computer backgrounds. Are you kidding me? They both brought all of their stuff with them to Villanova. We're already in trouble. I can't breathe in that room. And on top of all of that, neither of them have a Twitter. #WTF.
Okay, Andrea, maybe you're not giving them a chance. I'm sure that they really want to get to know you too. Maybe you can open up a bit more. And not everybody has a Twitter. Some people like to communicate face-to-face like we're doing right now.
Yeah, right. Anyways, they're still so weird.
Okay, well, what's so weird about it?
Well, they both covered our walls with posters of Justin Bieber. And not even like the older and kind of hot Justin Bieber. I'm talking Biebs circa 8th grade. Come on now.
Okay, first of all, you need to chill out because I definitely remember hearing you jamming out to Boyfriend on the radio yesterday. But more importantly, did you just call Justin Bieber hot?
Have you seen his new haircut? Anyway, don't you know anything, Russell? First impressions are everything.
Okay, Andrea, you really need to just give it some time. You can't expect to be best friends right away because that just doesn't happen. Not all people can spread their wings so quickly, and some are just nervous. You have to respect each other's space, and you'll be on the right track.
I don't know. I don't think we're going to be friends anyway. There's no way they'll ever understand me like my friends from home do. I really miss them. I kind of feel like I'm starting all over again.
Listen, if you gave your roommates a chance, I bet you guys could have a great year together. You have to remember that you're not trying to replace your friends from home, but you're going to make some new ones.
Well, maybe, but I don't even feel comfortable around them. I would rather be anywhere than in that room with them. I think I'd rather go sit in the bathroom stall by myself than be in that room. Not that I can even go to the bathroom anyway. I haven't gotten up for 2 since I moved in.
Oh my gosh.
The only time I use the bathroom is at like 5 a.m. when no one can hear me.
Okay, well, that is just absurd, Andrea. I am all in favor of some quality me time on the toilet at 5 a.m. You need to relax, dude. Listen, why don't you introduce me to your roommates and we'll see where we can go from there. I am dying to meet some ladies anyway.
Well, fine. But don't make me say I told you so.
Hi, I'm Russell Quinonez, a senior political science major from Staten Island, New York.
And I'm Andrea Zinn, a senior international business and marketing major from Hanover, Pennsylvania.
So, in the situation that you just saw, Andrea played a new student who was feeling pretty homesick and pretty uncomfortable with her new living situation. As a new student, it's important to remember that first impressions aren't everything. Even though those of you who realized that your roommate didn't have a Facebook straight up flipped out when you checked that out. Okay, let's be honest. By a show of hands, how many of you guys Facebook stalked your roommates before getting in contact with them? Alright, boom, look around, check it out. Look, keeping judgment to a minimum is some of the best advice that Andrea and I can give you. Give other people more time to show their true selves, and hopefully they'll do the same for you.
And even if you get along great with your roommates, there's a little something called homesickness too, and it just doesn't just happen to first-year students. I still get homesick at times. It can be really difficult adjusting to life outside of home without the comforts you're used to. But there are tons of ways to overcome that and stay connected to your friends and family. That's what Skype's for.
I thought I would be completely fine and adjust to life at Villanova right away. But eventually, I really started to miss home. A little secret about me is that I am a huge mama's boy. I think she legit cried for about a week straight after she dropped me off from school. But though I didn't realize it right away, I was really missing her too. I don't know exactly when it happened, but whether it be first, second semester, sometime freshman year, I began calling Villanova my home. You guys have to realize that just because this new situation is a little different doesn't mean that it's bad.
I thought I would come to college and instantly make friends. But when I got here, I did feel like I was starting all over. But once I started stopping by open doors in the hallway, making awkward conversations in the bathroom, and embracing everything that Villanova has to offer, I felt right at home. Even today, all 5 of my roommates are friends from freshman year.
Keeping in mind that the people all around you are probably missing their friends from home too. You're all in the same boat, so get to know as many people as you possibly can. Though it may seem like you're the only nervous one sitting in the cinema right now, you would be really surprised about how many people are having some of the same feelings that you are. So, make sure you say what's up to them.
Sometimes all it takes to feel welcomed into a new situation is to talk to people that know where you're coming from. And in your cases, there's about 1,600 other people just like that.
From personal experience, I can say that you might meet some of your best friends in these few days of orientation or in your first few weeks at school. Like Andrea said, one of my roommate is still my roommate from freshman year, and he's probably still sleeping over in our apartment right now. I remember freshman year, it was all about who had the Nintendo 64. If you keep your door open while playing some Mario Kart, you may be surprised by who walks through. And yes, I say Mario, not Mario, so it's time to get over that now.
I know that you can meet a ton of friends throughout your 4 years here. I didn't even meet some of my very best friends until just last year.
A really good friend of mine once told me that you should make it a point to meet as many new people as you can with each passing year. And that each year can be your best one if you do it right.
And keep in mind that living in a triple is actually a big advantage despite a little smaller space.
Word to Big Bird, Andrea. Listen, I was in a triple back in St. Mo's too, and I'm not gonna lie, you know, it was a bit crowded. You got 3 desks and 3 dressers and 3 beds, but to me it was a huge advantage because I just got to know one extra person right from the start. It was great.
Sure, most of you are coming to Villanova with best friends at home and family that you're leaving behind, and that's okay. They love you and they'll be there for you just as they know that you'll be there for them. Believe it or not, we might be seniors now, but Russell and I were once new students too.
We all realize that you guys are coming into Villanova with a bunch of different feelings of nervousness and excitement, which is why we're here to give you some solutions to the things that we like to call new student concerns.
Oh my God, I love your dress. Thank you. Hey Russell, what's up? What's the matter with you? You okay?
Andrea, I pulled an all-nighter last night. I just can't function anymore.
Well, why'd you pull an all-nighter?
Okay, well, it's kind of funny that you asked. So, yesterday, I met this girl, right? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, this girl was just incredible. We were up till like 3 in the morning having the most amazing conversations. Let me tell you, we were going into like deep philosophy, like Plato, Buddhism. I think this girl like taught me the meaning of life. So anyway, it was like 3 a.m. at this point, and you know me, I needed to play guitar. I don't know why, I was yearning for it. Oh, her name was Sandy, by the way. The guitar, not the girl. Okay, so I just needed to play guitar, but I didn't want to wake my roommates up, so I decided to ask Siri, like what anyone would do. So I took Siri out and I was like, yo Siri, what's good? Are there any open mic nights that are going on like in this moment? Siri said, Russell, go to bed, it's 4 in the morning. 1, how do you know my name? 2, I do what I want. So, what did I do? I took my chair, my microphone, and my guitar, set it up on the grassy knoll in front of Stanford, played to the moon.
That sounds incredible.
It was incredible, Andrea. But at this point, it was like 5 in the morning, and I just lost my schoolwork mojo.
Well, why don't you just start your paperwork earlier?
It was beautiful out, Andrea. I had to do my social homework. Listen, I was outside playing can jam and cornhole for about 3.5 hours, and then going into the night, I was playing basketball at the lighted court next to the Lori, and at that point, it was like 10 p.m.
You know, your social homework being put on the back burner when you have a timely favor due the next day.
But it was nice outside, Andrea. I had to take advantage of that. You think this bronze skin comes easy?
That's what I call procrastination, not prioritizing.
Yeah, but I put the pro in procrastination. Come on, girl.
Russell, don't you think that it'd be a lot smarter to get your work done during the day so you don't have to worry about it at 5 a.m. when you're looking for an open mic? Even starting an outline for paper a week earlier would be much more helpful. Then your work won't sneak up on you.
I don't know, Andrea. I usually work really well under pressure. Like, that's how it was for me in high school. But all my work has just been killing me. Every night he's been a late one no matter what. Let me tell you, it's just getting a little cray-cray, and I don't know how to handle it.
Russell, it's not cray. It's called time management. Something I think you need to work on.
All right, listen, I'm trying to take a little nappy poo, so if you can just head out the door, I really appreciate it. One of the best differences between high school and college is that you have so much more free time between classes. And it's awesome. You are totally in control of it all. But that's only a good thing if you can use it productively. Otherwise, it'll go to waste like it did in my case in that last year. At first, I really didn't know what to do with myself with 3 hours between my first and last class in the afternoon. Sometimes that didn't work, but oftentimes I played Madden, NFL 2009 until my eyeballs popped out. You live and you learn.
You'll probably hear this about 5,000 times over the next 4 years, but it's true. Time management is key. Staying on top of your commitments and assignments is absolutely crucial to both your academic and social success.
Professors in college really make you work, but they also want to make sure that you do well. No professor wants to see you suffer because that means they're not doing their job. Make sure you form relationships with them, stop by their office hours, and just get to know them. Make it so you don't have to hide your face when you see them walking around campus. Believe it or not, they're real people too, and they have so much to offer you. Besides, the little brownie points, never heard of that.
Professors aren't your only academic resource either. Villanova has a ton of different places where you can go to get help in various subjects. like the Math Center, the Writing Center, the Language Center, upperclassmen tutoring and review sessions, and if you need special accommodations for test taking, we learn support services.
And all of these great resources are conveniently located right next to each other on the newly renovated second floor of Valley Memorial Library.
When I came to Villanova, I thought I was a top-of-the-line writer. I'm talking JK Rowling status. And that the last thing I needed was help from the Writing Center. But one of my professors had us all take our papers there during the semester, and I actually found out that there was a ton of room for improvement. It was a huge help.
And listen, you also have your academic advisor too. They're with you from orientation up until the time that you're a big bad senior and you switched your major about 18 and a half times. If you stop by their office hours or send them an email, I know that they'd be more than excited to hear from you.
And even more important than that at times is getting to know the other students in your classes and forming study groups so that you can all work through it together. Some of my toughest classes at Villanova were survived by meeting up with other students and learning from each other, and then we became friends too.
And one of the best ways to stay on top of your work is to find the organization system that works best for you. Try a bunch of different things, and wherever you land, don't let others tell you that it's the wrong thing because it's not what they're doing. Your system is your system, and that's what's up.
Russell's right. Whether it's a planner, a giant Excel sheet, Google Calendar, or just scribbling your schedule on the back of your hand every day, you'll figure out a system that works for you. This is a new experience for all of you, and you might be used to being the best and the top of your class. But college is a greater challenge than high school. It's important to keep in mind that while this is a new start, it might be difficult at times, but you'll be all right at the end if you know when to ask for help.
Andrea, what are you doing in my room? Did you make a copy of my key or something?
I can't talk right now. I have to organize my schedule before the Harry Potter Club meeting tonight. They're drafting the Quidditch team, and I just can't be late.
Okay, well, what's on your schedule?
What isn't on my schedule? I have an ambassadors meeting, curling team practice, a bookie tour, Korean Students Association, the Karate Club, Breakdancing Club, Accounting Society, Equestrian Club, Bigs and Littles, and I'm trying out for Spires on Saturday.
Okay, one, what the heck even is curling? Two, I'm pretty sure Spires is and dudes only have to color.
Wait, those still in here, right? I mean, they said all are welcome. I just signed up for anything at the activities fair. I want to make sure all of my bases were covered. I need to boost my resume.
All right, Andrea, first of all, it's not about the resume. You should be doing all these activities because you enjoy them. The rest will fall into place. But, Andrea, I don't get it. With all of these things that you have scheduled with extracurriculars, how in the world are you going to find time for schoolwork?
Well, I read on a blog that college students only need a minimum 3 hours of sleep to function the next day, and I've been getting that. The other 21 hours are more than enough time for both activities and homework. Plus, then I have extra time to pin recipes and cute shoes on my Pinterest boards.
Okay, first of all, Pinterest is disgusting and it's ruining the internet. Second of all, there is no way that can be healthy. I'm pretty sure that we're supposed to get 8 hours of sleep and not 3. Do you even like any of those activities?
I mean, I like some of them, but who cares? I was told the only way to make friends is to get super involved.
Okay, well that is definitely not true. You need to stick with the activities that you care most about and you'll make better friends within them. Quality over quantity. I've only got 4 years here and I want them to mean something. Good luck with that whole curling thing.
Thanks.
So, while getting involved with tons of different extracurricular activities is a great way to find your own niche at Villanova, there's always the possibility of getting a little too over-involved and stretching yourself a little too thin, like my girl Andrea in that last skit.
My character had the right idea in terms of joining different groups and meet new people, but you have to remember that academics are your main priority.
But getting involved with different student groups is definitely a great opportunity to become part of the Villanova community. Be sure to check out the Student Activities Fair this Wednesday, August 29th. You'll probably be heading there with your OCs and the rest of your orientation. It never hurts to get on an email list, and most groups will be holding information sessions throughout the first few weeks of school and different meetings throughout the rest of the year. You can really join the activities whenever you want to.
When I went to the activities forum as a freshman, I got on the email list of any organization that gave me free stuff, especially t-shirts and food. And I wanted to do so many different things, and I have so many different interests, that I just signed up for everything so that I wouldn't miss out. But in the end, it was easy to find out what I really cared about, and I stuck with the activities that I really thought I would enjoy.
And remember to make sure that you have enough time to do all the activities that you sign up for. You have to remember that we do come to college for classes, and that your extracurriculars should probably fit around.
While it's good to get on all the email lists that interest you, you have to remember that college is the time when you start living for yourself and not others. Start exploring what you really want to do, and stick with those things.
My
to pick up some sparky pizzas. Did you want to come?
Sparky pizzas?
Yeah.
Andrea, it's like 11:30 at night. It's time to be hitting that head. Besides, can't you see I'm in the middle of my body sculpting workout? Beach season is right around the corner.
Russell, it's August. Beach season just ended.
Details, Andrea. It's going to be here before you know it.
Anyways, I didn't really have time to stop and eat dinner, and my mom always said 3 meals a day, so figure Sparky's the way to go. It opens at 1 a.m. and it's so close.
Okay, well, I will say that the calories in one Sparky pizza are equal to about 2 cups of mayonnaise, 4 cheesesteaks, and a pound of bacon. That's what I call the freshman 15. If you don't stop eating like that, you're going to start bleeding like A1 steak sauce or something.
The freshman 15, there is no way that I would eat 15 pounds in one school year. I get more than enough exercise walking back and forth to my classes every day.
Okay, the problem that I see is that you're eating on-the-go foods, and on-the-go foods like cheesesteaks and Sparky pizzas are going to steer you down an unhealthy road. That being said, they're definitely great, and you should definitely treat yourself from time to time. Treat yourself, but moderation is the key.
I mean, I guess I've been eating on the go, but I've been sitting down to eat breakfast every morning.
Okay, let me guess. Waffles every day?
Yeah, how'd you know? Dude, I know we're not supposed to, but I mix cinnamon with the batter, and then I take powdered sugar and milk and make a frosting. It's like a giant cinnamon breakfast.
Okay, well that actually sounds fantastic. But how in the world do you plan to stay healthy if you keep eating like that?
I mean, I usually don't have to worry about what I eat because I always had sports after classes in high school. And now that I think about it, I don't get to really fit exercise into my daily schedule as much as I used to.
Okay, well, you really need to manage your time better, maybe hit up the gym and potentially leave the spit every now and then. Okay, check it out. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get you on the insanity workout. You know Sean T, the guy that does it? Oh my God, Sean T is my boy. I love him and I hate him at the same time. Listen, I'm on my third time through. And on our off days, we will do P90 Extreme. It's going to be sick, all right? We're going to get you on the diet. We're going to do strawberry whey in the morning, protein bars at night. It's going to be
Time out. First off, the boys that did insanity on the floor above me literally sounded like a pack of elephants stampeding through Stanford. Besides, you need to stop. You're going to slow yourself. You need to slow down because you're going to hurt yourself.
Andrea, we are getting you on the 24/7 workout plan. Like Kanye said, get psyched.
Russell, I don't have time for any of this anyways. I have so much homework and so many activities to get to. I think it's just so much easier to hang out at Cafe Nova all day anyways.
Andrea, you really got to find the time.
Alright, I get it. I guess I'll just try to stop by the dance center tomorrow and hit up the yoga classes. For now, I'll let you get back to your body sculpting. We know many of you have heard about the freshman 15, and we are here to tell you that it is totally avoidable if the right decisions are made.
Neither of our characters had the right balance between exercising and eating right. It's important when living on your own that you have to understand how to stay healthy. It's really easy to lose yourself in endless waffles and froyo. And by the way, froyo stands for frozen yogurt, and that's really important, so keep that in the back of your mind.
Well, at first it might seem like Christmas every day when you can use an MPE for a Sparky pizza, and you have an all-you-can-eat dining hall with a waffle maker at your fingertips. Try to keep an eye on how often you're getting one and eat consciously. It's probably a good idea to hit up the salad bar every once in a while.
And if you guys didn't know this, Villanova actually has the largest salad bar on the East Coast.
Is that even true?
I mean, I don't know. I've definitely heard it on tours, and like people say it, but I don't know. If anyone comes to check, it's kind of like in a big circle anyway, so it's like, so yeah.
No, that definitely can be.
Definitely at least like east of Mississippi. Okay, anyway, a hidden gem about Villanova is that we actually have some awesome health center nutritionists who can help you plan out eating plans for the next week and the rest of your time at Villanova.
And there are actually 17 different places that you can eat food on campus, including healthy options if that's what you're looking for. With a brand new Cafe Nova, there is always a ton of variety. And make sure you ask your OCs to thoroughly explain meal plans to you because they can be a little tricky. You don't want to end up with like 2 points left and 3 weeks of classes to go.
Between all the different dining halls and a la carte locations, there is always going to be something to tickle your fancy, whatever that fancy may be. And make sure you even check out Second Story on West Campus and the cafeteria in the law school. I guarantee you, you will not regret the trip.
And if you're worrying about exercise, then don't. We have 3 different gyms on campus, including one right in the basement of Stanford on South Campus, Farley on West, and the Davis Center on Main, where you can find about 5,000 different ways to get your swell on.
All right, John Wall. Listen, treadmills, machines, and free weights, there is plenty of space to work out. They even have tons of different classes, ranging from yoga to Pilates to dance classes, Zumba, and a legitimate boot camp. And no guys do not mess around.
But hey, if the gym's not your scene, go for a run or play some sports. The mainland is a beautiful area, and there are plenty of places to go jogging around campus. And intramural sports are a blast. My friends and I play them all, whether we're good or not, and it's always a ton of fun.
Once you've gotten comfortable with your classes and your class schedule, try finding some time to go exercise or to go to the gym. Finding a routine that works for you and fits in your schedule is one of the best pieces of advice that we can give you to keep it up throughout the year. And while it's really, really nice to have a gym buddy, you have to be able to depend on yourself to go alone. If you can find 30 minutes a day for maybe 3 or 4 times a week, you're going to be on the right track.
And remember, regardless of how well you eat or how much you exercise, you won't be able to succeed without getting a good night's sleep every night.
And at the end of each day, make sure you take some time to slow down, breathe, and relax. Without some quality me time, it's very easy to get lost in the fast-paced life of schoolwork and extracurriculars.
And don't forget to treat yourself every once in a while.
Treat yourself.
You're all really, really good looking. Seriously. Don't think we haven't noticed how hot the class of 2016 is.
Super hot. But listen, let me let you in on a little secret. In 10 years, you're probably going to be looking a little bit different. So don't be afraid to secretly be jacked about how good you guys look, and indulge in some sweetness if you feel like it, just because you can.
Sparklet pizzas are delicious.
Treat yourself.
But try to limit it to when you actually deserve a treat. Hey, Russell. Gus. Hey, what's up? You okay?
Yo, what's up, girl?
Hey, how did you think of that test yesterday? How'd it go?
Oh my gosh, Andrea, that test was just miserable. It sucked. I definitely did wrong with that. Listen, I couldn't wait all week for that test to be done so we could get a little crazy afterward. And let me tell you, we got a little irresponsible, if you know what I mean.
Russell, what do you mean? You were acting so weird when I saw you last night. Were you drunk?
Andrea, I was hammered. I'm literally sweating natural light beer right now. Listen, you need to get your head out of those books sometime, man. Get out.
You know, as a matter of fact, I wasn't studying last night. I was playing life-size Jenga with my friends.
Life-size? Andrea, what is this? Amateur hour? We're in college, dude. You need to step your game up. Wednesday nights are for drinking. Just like every other night of the week. It's Wednesdays. It's like New Thursdays.
When are they called Wasted Wednesdays?
Since I came to Villanova and started brushing my teeth with some Jack, Andrea, I was way too stressed about how poorly that test went, and I needed to relax with it. So, like I said last night, a few of us went out, and oh my gosh, by the end of the night, we streaked from Bartley to Tollentine and made it to second story before it closed. DIFS, Andrea. DIFS.
DIFS?
Doing it for the story. DIFS.
Russell, that might make for some great stories, but it'll make for some bad grades too. When do you find the time to study? Did you even go to your classes today?
No, I didn't.
You had a chemistry quiz, remember? You told me that if you didn't show up, you got an automatic F.
Yeah, I know, but I rationalize because, look, the way I see it is that we have to power through the day to get to the night. Come on, it's just like that song. You know what I'm saying? I hate college, but love all the parties. But the bottles of Bacardi. Come on, baby, that's rock.
That's not even Asher Roth and Sam Adams.
Who cares, Andrea? Same point.
Russell, drinking isn't the solution to your problems. There are so many ways to get a bad test off your mind other than partying, like playing board games or retail therapy at the Junior Freshman Mall, or even just chilling in the room and watching a movie.
Yeah, you see, like last night I was gonna stay in by myself and do that, but then I just kept on living my life. But Andrea, you need to get some friends.
Russell, I have tons of friends, but they're friends that I met soberly, so I actually form relationships with them. And besides, I have a lot of fun on the weekends too, when I don't have a test the next day. There is definitely a balance between social life and academics, and you can find it.
Yeah, I don't know. The more you talk about it, I feel like I've really left my game recently.
Yeah, I've noticed. And trust me, partying isn't a stress reliever when you were missing studying for your tests. Look, Kat's sponsoring a trip into Philly tomorrow. Why don't we just go there, get some lunch? You can hang out with my friends. They're going anyway.
Alright, yeah, that might be some good time for me to relax. But I'm only coming if your friends are cute and single and ready to mingle.
Well, they both have boyfriends back home, so pound sign sucks to suck.
Okay, Andrea, first of all, it's hashtag, not pound sign. That's the second time that you said that in this video. Alright, about your friends having boyfriends, that's like not a problem to me. I got a philosophy.
What's your philosophy?
It's my philosophy when a girl's got a boyfriend.
What is that?
Mind over matter.
Mine never matter. What does that have to do with anything?
I don't mind and he don't matter, you know?
You're disgusting. So you all got to Villanova, and that makes you pretty smart. Hopefully smart enough to realize that going out and drinking your problems away is not the best idea in the world. We'll be the first ones to tell you that having an active social life can be one of the best parts of your time here at Villanova. But as hard as it might be to believe, living the lyrics of a Kesha song is not the way to go.
Despite a lot of the things that my character may have just said, I'm actually all about movie nights in the Connolly Cinema and maybe renting a movie from Real Divine and just crashing in the dorms if that's what I feel like doing. You know those types of movies that aren't in theaters anymore and aren't yet out on DVDs and you really want to see them but you have no way to unless you do something illegal on the internet? Well, those are the types of movies that they play here in the Connolly Cinema. When we were freshmen, they actually played Toy Story 3 and it was crazy. An insane amount of college students went out to go see it. It was a good time. Yeah, it was.
In addition to that stuff, football and basketball games are just as much of a social event as anything else on campus. The last time I saw Jay Wright at the salad bar, I almost fainted when he passed me the spoons of blueberries. But all good looks aside, Jay Wright is a great guy, and we love basketball season here. Tailgating for games at the Wells Fargo Center is some of the best fun I've had all year. And speaking of the Wells Fargo Center, you can't forget Philly. Freshman Week is thebomb.com.
That's true. And there is always some sort of event going on campus. Between concerts, comedians, and even visiting hypnotists, there's always entertainment for you to find, and you'll definitely not have to look too far.
Last year, Wale and Shitty Bang came for our spring concert, and Drake came to kick off the basketball season in Lithuania. It was epic.
And make sure you check out Open Mic Night here in Connolly's Bel Air Terrace every Thursday night, because there's definitely some hidden talent on this campus, and probably in this room too, so hit that up.
But don't worry, because Russell won't be doing his rendition of Asher Raw.
Okay, aren't you on Pinterest or something, Andrea?
But if you want to get away a little bit, there's plenty of stuff going on all over the main line to keep you entertained and having a blast. If you're a shopaholic like me, or you just want to go out and have a good time, King of Prussia Mall is just a quick shuttle right away. It's the second biggest mall in America, and they have everything. It's huge, seriously. They even have a store exclusively for beef eggs and one for bonsai trees. It's ridiculous.
We also got 2 movie theaters close by in Bryn Mawr and in Wayne. So if you feel like catching The Dark Knight Rises for the 19th time this summer, treat yourself.
Just trust us. You will find plenty to do here during your 4 years at Villanova. Man, that was a ton of information.
Yeah, word to big word. So hopefully we didn't bore you all too much, but before we peace out, we just wanted to leave you guys with a few tips that Andrea and I wish that we knew before we came to college as freshmen. We like to call them super helpful insider tips, but that's a bit long, so we'll have to use some abbreviations.
Alright. So what would this one be?
Okay, so super, I think it's like S-H-I...
Tips? Come on, Russell, you have to start thinking before you open your mouth.
Alright, whatever, bro. Listen, how about we just call them the 10 Commandments of college life? Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, I can chill with that.
Alright, show with it.
Okay. Commandment number 1. Thou shalt attend class all the time, thou shalt attend class. Believe it or not, you will spend less time in your class than you did in high school. When I found this out, I didn't know what to do with myself, so I started getting into hot yoga. I would legitimately sweat out my body weight in like 10.5 minutes.
Sure.
I know. But hey, I had the time and it was right down the road in Wayne. Sometimes I would be so exhausted afterwards that I would actually miss some of my classes. Remember, there's our freshman attendance policy, and you can fail a class for not showing up. So make sure you attend class, even if you're late or if you're too tired. It's better than not being there at all. So attend class all the time, and all the time, attend class.
Commandment number 2 is thou shalt call home at least once a week. Believe it or not, your parents and your loved ones are going to miss you a heck of a lot more than you realize, and it's easy to forget that in all the fun that you're having in the first few weeks at college. Nothing makes my mom happier than when I give her a call randomly in the middle of the day. You guys have to utilize the time that you have walking between classes to give your loved ones a call back home. And hearing your voice may be exactly what they need to brighten your day, or their day.
Commandment number 3. All is good and fun in moderation. Once we go into details, you're allowed to get crazy and enjoy your social life. Just know when to draw the line and say no, because moderation is the key. Don't be like our dear friend Russell and make up a corny weekday nickname for drinking when you have a plate of paper due the next day.
Commandment number 4 is thou shalt become BFFs with thy professors. Now, you're probably thinking, no way. But listen, I had professors that would invite my class over to their homes to meet their families, take us out to dinner. That kind of stuff doesn't just happen on Boy Meets World. Now, not every professor is going to be your own personal Mr. Feeney, especially since most professors don't teach you for 8 seasons in a row. But professors have so much to offer you, and they can be a valuable resource in and outside of the classroom. So become best friends for life with your professors. BFFs.
Commandment number 4, pug. The salad bar is thy friend and the brownie bar is thy enemy.
Sometimes.
What's that code for? Eat healthily and take care of yourself. Try saying no to that extra brownie or that third helping of pasta at the spin. Remember, that unlimited meal plan isn't going anywhere, so you don't have to eat like it's going out of stock. Take advantage of the salad bar and grab a banana every now and then.
Commandment number 6 is thou shalt leave thy door open while you're there, except when thou needs some personal time. As we said before, one of the best ways to meet new people is to leave your door open and stop by some other ones when you see them open too. I had a friend freshman year who would legitimately go around with a box of cookies to other people's rooms and give it to them so they can meet new people. And who knows, if my door was closed, she might not be one of my best friends today. But make sure you don't leave your door open all the time, because we don't need to know all your damn business.
Commandment number 7, thou shalt plan ahead. Procrastination might end your college career. Well, maybe not end it, but it'll definitely give you a few close calls. There is nothing like trying to print out a 10-page paper for your 8:30 class at St. Mary's when it's 8:15, you live in good counsel, and your printer breaks. Make sure you figure out the most efficient way to plan out your assignments. So don't procrastinate and try to pull off that 15-page paper the night before when you had all semester to do it. It'll probably happen to you at least once, but it's definitely a learning experience.
Commandment number 8 is thou shalt be a good roommate. You have no idea how quickly and easily a mess will accumulate in your room, and in the midst of the whirlwind of classes, extracurriculars, and hot yoga, it may take weeks for that mess to be cleaned up. So believe me, a little bit of Febreze and some foot odorizer never hurt nobody. And also, make sure you talk to your roommates about what's acceptable to borrow and what's not, because I'm not trying to have my roommate walking around campus in my drawers until I know what's going on. If you know what.
Commandment number 9, thou shalt take advantage of thou opportunities, create thy own, and take risks. Everything that Villanova has to offer is not going to come knocking on your door, and staying in your room is not the way to enjoy college to its fullest potential. There is so much waiting for you. Sign up for intramurals with your hallway, go to that club meeting, and break out of your comfort zone. One of my favorite quotes is this: a ship is safe in the harbor, but that's not what ships are for. Break out of that figurative harbor, and maybe even that literal one, through a study abroad meeting at the Middleton Hall in the Southwest corner. Nova is your research.
And last but not least is commandment number 10. Thou shalt exceed thy expectations. This is your time. You've all made it to college, and that in itself is incredible. Believe it or not, but less than 7% of the world's population actually gets to attend college, and an even smaller percentage have the fortune to call themselves a Villanova. Take advantage of it and embrace every single thing that this place has to offer. And recognize your fortune. You are now a wildcat. You've been given a golden opportunity to make a change in your life and to make a difference in the lives of others. How will you handle it, class of 2016?
And trust us, 4 years goes by quickly. Before you know it, you'll be in our shoes with 1 year left and wondering what the hell just happened. Enjoy each moment here like it was your last.
So, just like the theme says, make sure you discover your capabilities.
And live the possibilities.
Because together we are...
Living Lives!
I'm Andrea Zinn.
And I'm Russell Quinonez, and welcome to Villanova.